Have you ever felt like something from your past is holding you back, even if you can't quite put your finger on it? That persistent anxiety, those recurring relationship issues, or that nagging feeling of unworthiness might all stem from unresolved childhood trauma. It's time to turn inward and heal the wounds of your inner child. By addressing these hidden hurts, you can really unlock a future filled with emotional freedom, healthier relationships, and a renewed sense of well being. So, I'm Sarita, and welcome back. And I help you awaken yourself through self awareness, healing, forgiveness, so you can apply the law of attraction and live your dream life. It's a journey that I'm on too, and I'll be sharing this with you along the way. What's working, what isn't working, what can be done differently. And in the journey of self discovery and personal development, healing the inner child trauma stands as a pivotal process. So, our inner child represents the sum of our early experiences, encompassing both the joys and the wounds we encountered during our formative years. Addressing and healing these childhood traumas is essential for several reasons, ranging from emotional well being to fostering healthier relationships. Here, I explore why this healing process is crucial and how it can transform our lives. Because it's a journey that I've been on too, and it's something that I am still going through. So let's first just talk about understanding inner child trauma. So, inner child trauma refers to those unresolved emotional pain, the psychological distress that stems from adverse experiences in childhood. And these experiences can include neglect, it can include mental health, mental and emotional and physical abuse, abandonment, or any situation where a child's emotional needs were left unmet. And as we grow, these unhealed wounds often end up manifesting in various ways, affecting our adult lives more than we might realize. And they can manifest in illness and disease, as well as other areas of our lives, financial, career, and even relationships. And we all have suffered with childhood trauma at some stage of our childhood. So, what's the impact of unhealed trauma and why do you need to heal it? So, number one, emotional distress. Now, unhealed trauma can lead to constant feelings of anxiety, depression, anger, low self esteem. And these emotional states are often rooted in the unresolved pain of the inner child who still carries the burden of the past hurts. The benefit of healing is that it allows the release of emotions and distress that has built up, and this causes you to be more stable and positive. This can really help to improve your mental health and resilience. And then let's move on to behavioral patterns. Many adults find themselves stuck in destructive patterns of behavior, such as constant anger, negative self talk, substance abuse, self sabotage, and unhealthy relationships. Now, for me, it was self sabotage because I didn't believe in myself, the negative self talk, which was funny because I didn't talk negatively to anyone else. In fact, I was so supportive of everyone around me, and yet feeling angry and being triggered very easily. And I didn't realize that the triggers that were making me angry, because anger is like a defense mechanism. And finally, not feeling whole and complete, because I was always thought, and that was what was drummed into me, that I was not good enough. These patterns were my coping mechanisms, that anger, that bit where I had to withdraw myself. That was my coping mechanism, which I developed in childhood to deal with the trauma. And if you have these, they can be challenging to break without addressing the root cause. So by understanding the behaviors and the negative patterns, you can really break free from them. You can also have better coping strategies. 3, relationship issues. The inner child's unmet needs and resolved trauma can interfere with forming and maintaining healthy relationships. Trust issues, fear of abandonment, and difficulty with intimacy often trace back to early relational wounds. And I have noticed that addressing my inner child has helped my relationships because I'm healing my past wounds and my hurt. I find I am beginning to trust people more and becoming more open and building better connections with the people in my world. I'm also finding that it helps to build better relationships with yourself because you are loving yourself, which is so important for personal growth and fulfillment in life. And then 4, physical health. So chronic stress and emotional distress from unhealed childhood trauma can contribute to physical health problems such as heart conditions, weakened immune function, and chronic pain. And this is because the body stores the emotional trauma because it is suppressed. Now, healing your inner child really helps with the overall sense of well being because you are dealing with less stress, better health, and generally a more balanced life. So, how do you heal the inner child trauma? So, first things first is acknowledging and accepting. Recognize the existence of your inner child and the impact of the past traumas. Now, acceptance is the first step towards healing. I didn't know that I was suffering from inner child trauma. I did this through self reflection and journaling, writing down my thoughts on paper and reflecting on my childhood experiences really made me so much more aware of what I was thinking and feeling and what my patterns were. 2, mindfulness and self compassion. Now, meditating played an important part in my journey because, again, you are thinking and being in the present moment rather than living in the past with your traumas or in the future with your desires, both of which can make you unhappy. Mindfulness helps you to stay present and cultivate self compassion. I've learned that you have to treat yourself with kindness, respect, and patience, which is something that I did not do before. I've got a video about how you can be mindful, and the link is in the comments. 3, seek professional help. Therapists, especially those trained in trauma informed care, can provide valuable guidance and support. I'm in the process of researching therapies such as EMDR, which is eye movement desensitization and reprogramming, and CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, which are effective in addressing childhood trauma. But I'm also doing yoga and chakra healing because this helps move the trauma stored inside the body and moving the energy and stops the blockages in the energy cycles. I'll do a separate video on the chakras. Inner child communication. So it's really important to engage in activities that nurture your inner child, such as creative play, hobbies, or simply spending time in nature. Communicate with your inner child through visualization or writing letters to express love and understanding. Forgiveness. This number 5. I was finding that every time I was being triggered, and this caused me to get really angry. So I've been using the Ho'oponopono prayer for forgiveness, and this really helps because you are forgiving and healing within yourself. This removes the turmoil inside of you, and as they say, your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. So when you're in turmoil on the inside, then your outer world is also in turmoil. And how I use this is when I become aware and I realize that I'm angry and I've been triggered, I take a deep breath, and this helps me to stabilize myself and my emotions. Then I think where the trigger may have come from. And sometimes this may mean I've got to come back to it another time. That's absolutely fine. But once I know what my trigger is, then I will say the Ho'oponopono prayer, which is, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And I then add, I'm proud of you, because that way I'm self praising myself to recognize the emotion of anger. And it's like giving yourself a pat on the back. So, you're not putting yourself, I found by doing this, I wasn't putting myself down, which, really, really helps with the situation. So healing inner child trauma is not just about addressing the past, it is about reclaiming your present and future. By confronting and healing those deep-seated wounds, you can unlock the path to emotional freedom, healthier relationships, and overall well-being. And the journey may be challenging, and you need patience. You got to understand patience is key, but the rewards of inner peace and a fulfilled life make it all worthwhile. What you want to do is really embrace the process with courage and compassion, knowing that knowing that healing your inner child is a profound step towards a brighter and more harmonious future. So this channel will be more of my healing and transformative journey through the struggles as I uncover them and how I navigate forward. I'll be sharing books and knowledge that I'm gaining through my journey of personal growth and self development. I am in my 40s, and I realized after all this time, the reason I started this channel is so that I can reach people sooner, so they can do this work sooner and really make a difference in their lives. So if you think that this will help someone, please share it so that they can become aware of it and start to work towards themselves and really fix those inner child beliefs and inner child trauma that they have, and really begin to live a more fulfilled life. If you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up, because it will really give me the encouragement to keep going. Subscribe so we can move forward together. Comment below and let me know what's your story, so that I know that I'm not alone. And I know I'm not alone. I know there's so many people there, because people don't know how to deal with their emotions. Parents don't know how to deal with their emotions. And a lot of the time they just get brushed under the carpet, not dealt with. And on that note, I just want to say how grateful I am for your support through and through, and I look forward to this journey with you. I thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you once again.